if we could go into the mind of the senior leadership in Beijing, would it be fair to say that one of the things that they have in the background, the scary thing about student protests or protests of any kind, that elephant that's in the room is the historical blow-up in 1989 at Tiananmen Square? Absolutely. I think here you're seeing the same composition of protesters. It's very much a student-driven movement. And like Tiananmen, there are students sitting on the street, and personally, I think it's got to be a little scary for the central government. Okay, so let me talk to our producer for a second here, ladies and gentlemen. And Madam Producer, if you would have video number 5 ready to go, and just while you're queuing that up, let me tell the audience that the reason that we are going to show you this video is so that you can understand in more depth the point that Elizabeth has just made. This is the specter that's in the back of the minds of the senior leadership in Beijing. And so let's roll that video if we could, number 5.
This place can be a powder keg. On a June night in 1989, Tiananmen Square was a war zone. The People's Liberation Army fought its way into Beijing from 4 directions, with orders to converge on the square. Unarmed citizens and students faced armored personnel carriers, tanks, and soldiers armed with semi-automatic weapons. By 5:30 a.m. on June the 4th, 1989, the Army's mission had been accomplished.
The government won on that one, and it was bloody. The video does not show the actual gunning down or running down and the killing, but it was an ugly stain in the history of China, and so much so that the central government has tried, I think, to wipe out or purge that history within the People's Republic of China. There have been a lot of comparisons in the media, actually, to Tiananmen, and I think it's something that, well, I assume it's something that the central government would like to avoid. So this is their, the elephant in the china shop that they're worried about. Definitely. They don't want to have these student protests go to that level. I don't think anybody wants to. And one of the reasons, I guess, Elizabeth, that maybe it would be different is because it's in Hong Kong. You've got Western media and local media and a lot more of both, and very difficult to squeegee the whole thing away if something goes bad. I find that this has been a very social media driven protest, so to speak. When you walk down the streets in Hong Kong, everybody's on their phones. And I don't think we have a photo of this, but during the protest, nearly everybody is holding a cell phone or at the cell phone charging station, for example, charging their phones. So they're in a position to immediately kick into social media with photographs, with video, with comment, which was not possible in 1989. Right, and Twitter is definitely accessible in Hong Kong. Elizabeth, what are we watching? This is a video of Tank Man. You might remember this from the Tiananmen broadcast if you're watching back in 1989. The lone protester facing down a row of PLA very tanks. Courageous PLA tanks. And this Tank Man, this video kind of relates to, I think, to the point that you made right before the break, that the concern in the Politburo, the senior leadership, is the possibility that Beijing could spark some other problem or unrest, social unrest, or widen a crack that exists in some other list of problems that the leadership has to deal with. It's a very long list of problems. Okay, and the Tank Man video, to me, that's analogous with the guy standing in front of the tank. Can we play that one more time, Madam Producer? The guy standing in front of the tank is somewhat analogous to Hong Kong, could be.
强权的时候，他依旧背负着强权所施予他的教化与伤害。 这些烙印并不会在振臂一呼中消失。每一个英勇举动都离不开孕育他的曲折的人生、复杂的社会、漫长的历史。
Well, I don't think that it's that much of a concern because so far the student protests seem much more contained than Tiananmen. It's a completely different composition. Again, these are students who have very well-stocked bathrooms. And they're much more civilized, I think, than the whole protest process has been relatively more civilized than